Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are testing the GeForce RTX 4070 Ti Super in Star Wars Outlaws, and we have the Zotac AMP Hollow model of the GPU, and here's the specs of the card. We have 16 gigabytes of GDDR6X from Micron. We have the latest NVIDIA driver 560.94. We also have resizable bar enabled inside BIOS. Over here in Task Manager, we have Intel Core i7-13700KF CPU, and we have 64 gigabytes of DDR5 CL36 6000 megahertz memory. And finally, for MSI afterburners, we have no overclock applied. Everything is set to stock settings. So let's jump into the game and check out the frame rates. Okay guys, we are inside the menu, and I am starting it off with 4K resolution of first, and we are using DLAA, and we are going to use the low graphics preset first. And let's have a look at the preset. These are the options. So we are going to turn off film grain, obviously, and you cannot turn off depth of field in this game, and I'm not going to use RTX direct lighting. Just 60. Somehow trying to get to 60 FPS. And I'm on the very first planet you visit after you get your ship. Where is my bike?
Time to go, Nix.
Okay, so even at 4K resolution, a 4070 Ti Super cannot get 60 FPS constant. We will need help of DLSS Qlty to get 60 FPS with a 4070 Ti. That is the insane thing about this $800 GPU cannot get you 60 FPS average. For some company. Wish we could turn off depth of field completely now. I'm being surrounded right now. Oh, that's rocket. So we're averaging at 59 FPS. It is smooth though. So I have enabled some DLSS Qlty on fixed mode. The game supports both fixed and biased mode. Biased is basically tries to output towards 4K resolution, which will obviously give you less FPS. And we are sticking to the low preset. And with the help of DLSS, you can actually get 60 FPS all the time. Like 90, 80 FPS. There is lots of guards over here. Oh my goodness. These rocket launchers. Why did I shoot them? They were not doing anything. On the rocket launcher. Give me that. Oh no, I was gonna heal. I forgot. I'm gonna refresh the counters. I don't understand why this bike doesn't move sometimes. Still can't figure out the controls properly. So look at the VRAM usage though. We are at almost 13 gigs. RAM is over 18. And if I turn on frame generation, it's gonna max out the VRAM. We are averaging 88 FPS. It's such a shame that I had to start with low settings. The test with the low settings, because it's even at low it cannot achieve 60 natively. Okay, I'm moving on once again with DLSS Qlty, but with medium preset this time. And I forgot to tell you that in this game you cannot turn off ray tracing. It's by default always on. Either you can make it low, medium, or high, or ultra. Some of these settings go on ultra also. And ray traced direct lighting, you can turn that off or low, high, or medium. It's very demanding, and you cannot turn off depth of field also. And also, when you're using DLSS in this game, do not use ray reconstruction, because it's gonna eat up a lot of performance. You can test it on your own. It eats a lot of FPS. So this is with medium settings. So by using DLSS upscaling, you can get away with medium or even high settings. You can get away with 60 FPS. In high, I'm assuming it will hover around 60, 65. Sometimes dip below 50s. Maybe. Let's see. Let's check out the water real quick, because the main problem with this game is the water reflections, which I have been noticing. Even at 4K, when using DLSS, the water reflections look bad. And in native, it looks pretty fine, but using DLSS, even DLSS Qlty at 4K, doesn't look that great. And these water particle effects, they are very demanding. So let me quickly check it out by going near. Look at that frame drop going down to 50. They're very demanding. Alright guys, up next I'm gonna do it high preset. These are the high preset settings by default. As you can see, ray tracing is still not set to high. It does high on ultra preset. And we are using DLSS Qlty. Obviously, there is no point of testing natively, because it cannot achieve 60 FPS, so I won't test those settings out. It's useless. $60 FPS is something I generally target. And as you can see in the water splash, we are dropping down 50s. Now the graphics at least looks a little bit better. Much better than medium. Really like the landscapes of this game. What the hell? What the hell is happening with that part? He's disappearing. Lighting looks really cool in this game, especially with RTXDI. I will enable that in a moment, but it will make the game basically unplayable. And also, I have been saying that the grass and the plants in this game, they don't look too good, and they still don't look good even at 4K. They will look even more horrible when I turn on frame generation. So we are crossing 14 gigs of VRAM usage, and that is insane. And we are yet to test the Ultra Graphics preset. So now I'm moving to Ultra Graphics preset, and these are the settings. And ray tracing is now set to high, and these three can go up to Ultra as well. So you have to manually change them, which I'm not gonna do right now. I'm gonna make these 0 and make it high. And we are using DLSS Qlty as well. Okay, Ultra looks really good.
Empire's working with the syndicates. They say they're
Frame rates going down to 50s. Let's
Come
call
on,
our fight.
faster way.
What the hell? Wow. Relax, fight. What is wrong with you? Okay. We're dropping to 40-ish, almost dropped there to 49. Still holding 50 somehow. And water reflections still look bad, even with ultra graphics preset. VRAM is now 14.5. What am I saying? 4.5.
Attention! We found our stolen supplies at a pirate's camp. An assault team is on its way to recover Imperial property.
Stolen Imperial property, huh? How can I say no?
We're getting an average of 55 FPS right now. I'll try to take this outpost real quick. So I've enabled some DLSS frame gen on top of quality, and we are still using the ultra graphics preset. Let's see how much frame gen gives us. Not much, but decent. But I can really feel the input delay at time. I'm gonna ask him to attack.
Go get him.
Kick him on the face.
Oh, we're
He
spotted,
got
Nix.
spotted.
We're not letting up.
Ooh, they do serious damage. They really do a lot of damage though. And I can't really feel the input delay that much. But you can see the thick lines. The frame time graph. That is when I can feel them. Slightly. Not much. But I think we will encounter more demanding areas later on in the game.
I've
So
only been in one battle. Best and worst day of my
it might be worse than this
life. Sector's quiet.
in those scenarios. Check out this trooper.
This'll do the trick.
My old captain.
Might even take them out.
You ready, Nix? Oh, come on. Oh.
So up next, I'm still using frame gen and DLSS quality, but I have moved it down to high quality preset. And these are the settings. And this is the setting which I was using during my first live playthrough in the part 1. For most of the part, I've been using this. Because this is the setting where I don't really notice the input delay that much. And it gives us good FPS also. And it's very smooth and it looks decent. And of course the grass and plants, they look crap using frame gen. We're getting 90 frames average. Right.
Feel like going for a ride?
And now VRAM is pretty much 15 gigs at this point. It's pretty much maxed out. Yeah, 15 gigs of VRAM. That's insane to see. I think I'm probably seeing this first time in a game with this GPU since I bought it. But we are getting 86 FPS average right now. And input latency, you cannot really feel it. And reflection in the water, it looks still the same. That is awful. They're going to fight the bandits.
Time to play shadows next.
Attention assault troops. I want a full sweep of the camp.
I'm gonna
Finish
take
off
this guy out.
remaining pirates and
Take the
find
commander
stolen
out.
supplies.
I bet they won't even notice if some of those supplies go missing.
I already took them out. So using the ultra graphics preset without frame gen, in case you don't want to use frame gen, you can use DLSS balanced and it will probably give you the 60 FPS or somewhere nearby. It should stay, as you can see. We're getting that 60 FPS. But obviously there is a degrade in image quality, but it's much better than 1440p at this point.
Nothing. It can't be good. Huh?
It's a bad idea. Oh no.
Defend this position.
That's better.
You're out.
I think I have to throw some grenade also at them. Look at that explosion.
What the?
We took them
We
all
did it,
out.
Nick.
Right. Okay, finally I think it's morning now. Hoping so. Yes, we are getting 64 average FPS with these. And VRAM is 14 gigs. Just for the video, I wanted to show the maximum graphics preset. And I'm using DLAA. And this is the max preset. It just doesn't say here custom or max or anything. For max, what you just need to do is increase the object detail to 400. And these three ray tracing settings, they can go up to ultra. This is what I have done. And I'm not using RTXDI. And look at that FPS 22. And now the reflections look really good. But our FPS stinks. If you want some screenshots, then these are the settings. I mean, this is the settings you can use for taking screenshots. So I have turned on DLSS frame generation once again, and I'm using performance DLSS. No, this game does not support ultra performance mode. And we are using the maximum graphics settings, which is these three set to ultra, and this one can go to 400. And we are not using RTX direct lighting. And you can actually get 60 plus FPS even with max graphics settings. But you have to utilize frame gen and performance DLSS. And now we are getting that 60 plus FPS. And you might be able to get 60 even with balanced DLSS with frame gen, but that will just increase the frame gen input latency a lot. So I would not recommend doing that. But even these settings, they look far better than 1080p. Might even look better than 1440p as well. I forgot to steal one supply from there. I'll have to go back.
We need to pick
Steal
up the
that.
pace.
Can you please stop doing that? And we are still maxing out our VRAM, 15.7 gigs. Can you please stop? Let's go. Okay, this looks really good though. But yeah, with frame gen, these grass plants, as I've been saying, they look awful. And on top of that, we are using performance DLSS. And finally, for 4K, I'm gonna still leave frame gen and DLSS performance. And we are utilizing maximum graphics settings. And with that, we are using ray traced direct lighting as well, set to ultra. Let's see how much we can get. It's pretty much the maximum graphics settings. And with performance DLSS with frame gen, wow, that's stutter. We are not able to get 60 FPS using direct lighting, but it looks really good. Direct lighting makes the game really look good. So yeah, this is so far looking good, but at times you will notice huge stutters here and there because of direct lighting. It's very heavy on the GPU. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness, what's happening? My game is breaking. Not sure what is happening. Oh my god. Alright guys, we are moving on to 1440p resolution and I'm starting it with the Ultra Graphics preset. Here are the settings of the Ultra Graphics preset and we are using DLAA as you can see. So we are getting 60 FPS with these settings, Ultra Graphics
Tired of
preset.
walking next?
And it's still dropping below 60 though. That is not good for the 4070 Ti Super. Because 4070 Ti Super can play most of the games at 1440p, maxed out. But except Cyberpunk, Alan Wake 2 and few other games, and this is gonna be the next one, which is struggling. I don't know why it's going backwards. Okay, so yeah. This game cannot be maxed out with the 4070 Ti Super at 1440p. I'm quite disappointed.
They're headed our way.
I mean, there are many other games which look far better than this game. And they perform much, much better. It's just the Ubisoft optimization is complete crap. But either way, we are getting 59 average, pretty much 60. And VRAM is 12.3 gigs. You won't see it max out probably at 1440p. I was seeing a post, it said that this game was using like over 20 gigs of VRAM at 4K. Not sure if that is true though. I don't have a 4090 to check that. But I hope one day I'll be able to own a 90 series card. Maybe 5090, who knows. For that, I need your support. That's all that matters. Okay guys, we're switching into high graphics preset now. And we are still using DLAA and anti-aliasing as you can see. And now we're getting close to 70 FPS, which is nice. 1440p with high settings, you can play it perfectly. Even with Ultra you could play it perfectly without using frame gen or DLSS. So we are even crossing 80 now.
Come on, there's a faster way.
Time to roam around a little bit.
Attention, we found our stolen supplies.
It's another pirate camp
And a
there.
subs team is on its way to recover Imperial property.
This is the same camp though. Oh. Look at that ship coming in. Okay, I'll just ignore it. Okay, so let's stop it here. 1 second. Come on. Stop. Let's check the water particle effects. These are very demanding. As you can see, it's dropping our frames to 70s. Look at that, 65, 66. These things are very demanding. They don't even look that good. But either way, we are getting 73 average frames, which is really nice. Okay, up next, I have switched to Ultra Graphics preset, and I am using DLAA, that is native DLSS, and we are using DLSS frame generation. It's quite good though. Sometimes here and there you can see that thick frame time graph, but it's not so noticeable.
Let's get moving.
And grass has started to look awful once again as soon as I enabled frame gen. But yeah, with the help of frame generation, you can max out this game.
They're headed for us.
Not max out, but you can play on Ultra. I'm gonna try max out preset after this with the help of frame gen. But right now, this is very much playable.
Let's
And
hope that bike monitor.
VRAM's being used like 13 gigs, which is not bad. I told you it won't max out at 4K. I mean at 1440p. Getting 96 average pretty much. I hope in maxed out the input delay won't be that
Come on.
bad. I hope so. Behind me. Not open your shield. So I have enabled frame generation once again using DLAA, and we are using maxed out graphics preset this time, which are these three settings set to ultra, and this one at 400, which is basically maxed out, and we are not using direct lighting yet. And let's check this out real quick. And we are getting like still very good, I would say. Sometimes it is being noticeable, but it's something you can really manage in a game like this.
Watch out, Nick.
And the game really looks good with maxed graphics preset. I mean the lighting especially. That's what making this game look really good, the lighting. And RTXDI will make it further look even better. I give him a headshot. There we go.
Nick,
What the
they
hell?
saw us.
Look at that frame time graph when I turn around that side. It's noticeable there. And now I am using frame gen still, and we are using quality DLSS this time. And I'm using the Ultra Graphics preset, and I'm using Ray Trace Direct Lighting as well. So let's test this out. And I had to set DLSS Qlty because otherwise I couldn't get that 60 FPS, and it wasn't smooth at all, even with only frame gen. And it's still very laggy at times, as you can see inside these grass bushes. Look at that frame time. But this is something you can still manage, this latency. But yeah, it just overall improves the lighting even more with direct lighting or direct illumination. And looks quite good, the landscapes. I'm getting 82 average as well. Latency, you can notice it at times, but there are also some stutters here and there when you use RTXDI, so be careful about that. Yeah, look at that. Huge stutter there. Okay guys, finally for 1080p resolution, I'm using TAA, and we are using the maximum graphics settings, as you can see. It's not the ultra, this is maxed out basically, and I'm not using direct lighting. VRAM is now below 10 gigs. Obviously it's 1080p. And what days are we living in that even at 1080p we are not CPU bottlenecking at this point? Because the games are so demanding. Even at 1080p, it's 100% GPU utilization. Let's take these two guys out quietly with the help of Nix. Perfect. Look at him. Having fun. I write this. No. But anyway, you can play it this way if you want to. If you want to play at 1080p. But I don't think many people are gonna use this GPU for 1080p. Wow, in here, it's dropping to like 40s looking down there. That's crazy. 50s. Now at 1080p, once again with TAA, I have dropped it down to Ultra Graphics preset this time. This is not maxed. And let's check this out real quick. And now it's not dropping like crazy when looking there. It's in the Ultra preset. So maxed out graphics preset, not preset, is very demanding. For Ultra, it looks fine. You don't really need 400% object detail, to be honest. It just increases draw distance details, pretty much, which you don't really need. It's just waste of frames, to be honest. And now we are crossing that 100 FPS mark at times.
Feel like going for a ride?
Let's take the bike real quick. And we're getting 87 average. And now VRAM is over 11. Weird. When I was maxed out, it was below 10 though. So this is gonna be the final setting using DLAA and using the Ultra Graphics preset, and I'm turning on RTX Direct Lighting as well. So let's have a look. And okay. Wow, that stutter there. And this is crazy, to be honest. 30 FPS. On 4070 Ti Super at 1080p is just crazy. It's not nice.
We're done here. Still keeping watch. Over.
Take them out.
All right, next.
Hey!
Go get it.
Aliens were...
I think there were 2 more guards down here.
Standby.
Report
was that?
Take that down!
Just countered back or what?
Next, the barrel. Keep moving, Nick. They're headed for us.
Emperor's watching!
Yeah, calm down.
Hey! Does anyone read me?
Hold that open.
I need backup.
We're getting 50, not 50, just 48 average. And it's not good, to be honest. Alright guys, that will be it for this one. Do leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Also let me know how much you are getting with your GPU and CPU combinations in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, take care and bye bye.